What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, we're coming back to Falling in Reverse. Yes, indeed, Falling in Reverse fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bibbity bot, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Cello174 and Le Narrateur. They both want to see me do this. Apparently, this is known as the Trilogy, and we're going to do all 3 parts. Losing My Mind, Losing My Life, and Drugs.
You're gonna do what?
Now, have I heard any of these 3 songs before? No, not that I know of. To the best of my knowledge, none of these 3 songs resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard at least one of these 3 songs in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to these 3 songs and I suddenly go, wait a minute, hang on, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was told by a lot of people in comments and in messages when I put this up that I was gonna be filming this. So many people came to me and said, you need to do all 3 in one video. Now, admittedly, I am not the biggest fan of doing this because whenever you put one video up, whenever you put a reaction video up and using one copyrighted song, well, guess what? There's that chance, you know, of you getting, having it blocked or whatever, or having it claimed or whatever. You put 2 songs in there, that chance doubles. We're putting 3 songs into one here, so the chance triples. So I know people tell me Falling in Reverse doesn't block. Okay, well, for the record, he hasn't blocked me yet, but everything's been claimed. So I'm fine with that. Listen, everybody's like, oh, claiming's terrible. No, listen, it's their material. If they want to claim it, they can claim it. They want to make the money off the video, it's their video, it's their material, so they absolutely deserve it. I just, I've never been blocked so far, and I'm really hoping that trend continues. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens here. Let's see. All 3 videos were posted by Epitaph Records. Okay. Losing My Mind has 20.1 million views. It'll get you there. Losing My Life has 32.2 million views. It'll get you there. And Drugs has 25.4 million views. Guess what? It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to all 3 videos will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? 'Cause here we go. All right, here we go. Falling in Reverse, Losing My Mind, Trilogy Part 1. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I got the motherfucking world in my palm now. Don't tell me to calm down. Striking a magic night in the track while I'm typing the captain's on now. No rap Casanova, we cashing us over in the back of a Rover. 6-pack in a backpack and I'm cracking them open. Shifting, I'm trapped in the moment. Open your eyes, 'cause you're never gonna know what connection might be your last. Everybody's always gonna bring up my past. Well, past that, interest of my backpack on the NASDAQ with a bad rap. So I'm not ready to change. I'm doing my thing. 2 points in the blame. You know I'm not ready to choose. So don't get confused and stay the hell remorse, just my reputation is tarnished. But
not at all what I was expecting. I was expecting more of a straight ahead rock feel. The hip hop elements. Admittedly, I'm not the biggest fan of hip hop, and it's not because I don't like it, it's because I really don't know that much about it to really understand it. I haven't been exposed to a whole lot of hip hop, if I'm being honest with you. It sounds good here. I mean, he's making it work, and his phrasings and his meters sound really good. I will definitely give him that. If I'm being honest, I like the chorus better. I do. It's more straight ahead rock feel in the chorus, especially the second half of the chorus. Really like that second half. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes.
regardless, I am awesome. So the gossip from my lockup go colossal. Then I blossom to the boss of this rock stuff, and I'm never gonna stop till the cops come. What I'm really trying to say is say it to my face, and if you won't stay the fuck out my way. Rocking shows, locking low, stock me no. I'm rapping the news, it's the essence of music. I'm blessed with the fusion of all. I'm not ready to change. I'm doing my thing. Your point is the blame. You know I'm not ready to choose. So don't get confused and stay the hell out of my way.
This is the part I like.
Losing your mind again. Losing my mind again.
Ever since I was a little boy, I always thought that the world was going to end in my lifetime. So I tried to seize every opportunity as it came to me because I believed it might stop the sky from falling down one more day. But the older I got, the more I realized that I cannot save the world. I'm not a
You can hear it
superhero.
growing.
I'm not perfect. I'm just me. A human being.
You could hear that growing, the snare. You could hear it coming in, bop, 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 and it just gradually got louder and louder and louder. There's that buildup. Everything else staying pretty subdued. Just the entrance of that coming up, just ever so subtly. Really nice touch. Really nice touch. I'm digging the feel on this song. I'm digging the groove. I'm digging the energy. I'm digging the drive. And even the hip hop feel. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of hip hop, but I did say this at the beginning of the video. It does work. It does work. It fits like a glove, and I got no problem with it, no issue with it at all. It sounds really good so far. I got about a minute and 50 to go. I'll probably have to pause again. Let's see. Now the kick's coming in. That sounds good. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, I forgot to pause. That's all right. I was into the groove, so I just let it go. Okay. Good start. Really good start. Let's see how part 2 and part 3 go. Give me a second to get set up for part 2, and I'll see you on the return.
One debt to society later.
All right, we're back. Here we go. Falling in Reverse, Losing My Life, Trilogy Part 2. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Do I know you?
Yes, you do.
This seems so familiar.
You're in a dream.
Who are you?
I am your reflection. You've been asleep for a very long time.
I like what we're doing there.
Break every night.
I like what they're doing there in the keyboard. Nothing changes. They stay in 4/4 the entire time. You know, it's a slow 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. And while that's going on, the keyboard for the first 4 counts, are playing in 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I mean, they're not playing in 3, but their melodic progression is broken into 3 notes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then what's really cool is they transition, and on the next 4, they go into 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's really nice. It's really, really nice. I like it. I really like that, actually. It fits. It all fits, and it all sounds great. I just noticed that little subtle thing. That's just like, out of everything I heard right there, that's what stuck out the most to me, was that. And I think it's because it's the moving notes. It's not sustained chords. It's the moving notes. Yeah, I was at that point in time, I was really attracted to that. So anyway, let's keep going here.
Awake every night, looking back on my life. Well, apologies to the people I love for the things I've done really make it right. I guess it might. Just then I realized my past is the reason I'm here right now. As a matter of fact, I won't apologize. You bitches always bitch, cause I am constantly changing. Think of how far that I've made it from my incarceration. It's amazing, ain't it? But I'm in the zone, I'm a rolling stone. I'm coming home, but I'm not alone. Do I really gotta let another motherfucker know? I won't surrender, surrender. Smarter than you think. Everything I did was planned to get you to listen, to get your attention. You post an opinion and it gets me bigger. Are you triggered? Figures, here's the kicker. With every trigger, I'm getting richer from offended, bitter little Twitter pictures all up in my mentions, looking for attention because they starved of it. You wanna call me the king of the music scene? I got news for you. We gotta fit like a second cunt. I respawn like I have a reset button, hated more than trumpets. Running rags back to rapping, acting ratchet. Release a cracker, delete your asses. I'm not the rapper, I'm the motherfucking morning after.
Feels like there's a little bit of a delay on that final phrase. It's not exactly lining up with the 4. I feel like he's kind of stretching it out a little bit for his for his meter, but that's okay. It gets your attention. You know what I mean? It doesn't stretch so far that it becomes unpleasant and it becomes distracting. It stretches it out enough past the 4, just ever so slightly out to get your attention to make you go, wait a minute, there's 1, you know, there's the downbeat of 1. It's not exactly where it should have been, but it's there. Okay, we're fine. That's really clever. It's very clever. I'm digging the groove on this song. It's a very similar groove to the first one, to part 1. It's a very similar groove, a very similar feel, but I feel like this song is a little more aggressive. It's putting a little more emphasis on the aggressive feel, on the aggression factor than there was on the first one. The first one, don't get me wrong, there was aggression there, but not this level. This is a whole nother level. And I like it. Out of the 2, I think I'm preferring this song more between the first and second one. This is definitely more up my alley. Even with the hip hop. I mean, like I said in the first one, the hip hop thing, it's very foreign to me. I'm not that experienced with it. But I'm enjoying what I'm hearing, and I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. Not what I'm seeing. Well, I'm enjoying what I'm hearing, and I'm enjoying what I'm feeling within the music feel. Yeah, what I'm seeing, I can honestly care less. Music videos, I just don't care about them. They're a promotional tool, nothing more, nothing less. The more I'm hearing this song, the more I'm feeling a vibe. I'm not going to say which band, but there is a band that I'm in, and it sounds very similar to what we do. I wonder if we would be a good match for touring. I think we might actually be. We might be a good fit. I don't know. I'd have to hear more, and talk to our manager and see maybe we can make some magic happen. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Let's keep going here. All those upbeat accents, those are awesome.
Fuck, what the?
You were having a bad dream.
Where am I? Turn the fucking music off. Who the fuck are you?
I'm your daughter.
Oh, no. You're too old to be my daughter. What year is it?
It's 2033.
No, it's not. No. Where the fuck do I go from there? Who do I believe? Who do I believe when everyone else always says everyone's out to get me? Who will save my life? How do I believe in anyone? Please don't mind me. I'm really trying. I just kill myself. Just wake up, if I can make you stay. I'm alone with your secrets.
Ooh, those upbeat accents. And. Yeah, those are nice, man. Really well placed and really well spread out. So it's not every single time. They come in very, very strategically. I like that. That's it. That 3 feel there. I gotta hear that again. No, I don't care. Hey, it's my show. If I want to go back, we're gonna go back. I want to hear that 3 lead in again. That 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I want to hear that again. That snuck in there really well. Did not see it coming.
Who
Just wake up. If I can make you see, I'm all alone with your sickness.
There it was.
Save my life.
Really nice.
I don't want to believe in anyone. Please don't mind me. I just kill myself sometimes.
I like the second one better than the first. I'm sorry. I know there's going to be people that disagree with me, but I like part 2 more than I like part 1. Not that I didn't like part 1. Don't get me wrong. I did, but I really enjoyed part 2. There were some great things happening rhythmically, chordally, harmonically. I mean, there was some great harmonics in there. I know the harmonics are all digital. I hear the... Trust me, I hear the digital. We're going to talk about that, but I do hear it. But nonetheless, the notes that are being formed within the vocals really sound really nice. The harmonies are really, really nice touch. Okay. Let me get us set up for part 3, and I'll see you on the return.
298 frozen patties later.
And we're back. All right, here we are. Fog in Reverse, Drugs, Trilogy Part 3, last part. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Oh, great. Well, that's all right. We got the disclaimer, so we should be okay, hopefully.
Cause everybody's on drugs. Kill yourself. It's not they said to me. I'm already dead, just differently. We say God is real. I disagree. Cause if that were true, then we'd all be free. All be free. Running from something that's killing me, dealing with such an uncomfortable feeling, beginning to feel the hostility from my ability of slowly becoming a villain. I just want to thank all my fans, especially. Without you is a death to me. I don't consider myself a celebrity, but I'll be doing this shit till I'm 70. This is my destiny, this is the best of me. It's an incredible feeling to grow, letting it go, I'm letting you know. We're killing ourselves on the low. Everybody wants some, everybody gets none from me. Cause everybody's on drugs. It's hard to believe the American dream is a killing machine.
Great lead-in. Great lead-in. If you're listening to his hip-hop section, you hear this phrasing that he's doing, the meter he's got going, it's fast-paced. And he's keeping it really stripped down, so the vocals are the focus. But when you heard the lead in there, you heard the guitar come in with that those downstroke eighth, those 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that was nice. That was really nice. Really helped fill out the sound and build up to break into what I believe is going to be a chorus. I'm not sure about that, but it sounds like we're leading into a chorus. Let's see if we are.
I'm a celebrity, but I'll be doing this shit till I'm 70. This is my destiny, this is the best of me. It's an incredible feeling to grow, letting it go, I'm letting you know. We're killing ourselves on the low. Everybody wants some, everybody gets none from me. Cause everybody's on drugs. It's hard to believe the American dream is
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and yeah, there it is again. The 3 against the 4. Really nice. Really nice. Very, very attention getting. Again, vocally, I know there's a lot of digital, and I trust me, I can hear it. I don't know how you can't help but hear it. In all 3 songs, that digital voicing has been in there. I have mixed feelings on those on the digital voicings. I do. I mean, in a situation like this, in a song like this, and in all 3 songs, it fits. It definitely fits, and it doesn't sound like it's being relied on to fix any problems. It sounds like it's being used strictly for effect. If that's the case, I got no problem with it. I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. It's when people use Pro Tools and they use, all these other programs that digitally fix pitch problems and intonation problems and tonal problems and everything else. And by the time they're done fixing everything using these digital tools that are at our disposal in the music industry, you're left with this vocal line that quite honestly quite often sounds artificial, and it's sad. It's like, what happened to the days of I'm not okay. Well, we could go all the way back. We go all the way back when they were literally using hot wax. When you actually had to be able to sing in pitch, you had to actually be able to see in key. You had to actually be able to sing with proper power and projection and diction and vowel formation without having anything come along digitally to fix it. I mean, Pro Tools, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Pro Tools made its debut in the 90s. Early 90s, I believe, is one, or was it late 80s? No, I'm almost positive it was early 90s. I remember a lot of people that I worked with in the mid 90s telling me, they worry for the future of the music industry. And I was like, why? And they're like, Pro Tools. And I was just looking at Pro Tools as, what are you talking about? This is going to save time. This is going to save so much time. We don't have to go back and re-record the entire song. All we have to do is punch in. And, if it's a little off, we can beat correct, or we can, pitch correct, or all this other stuff. And I was like, I don't know what they're talking about. I think Pro Tools is a wonderful tool. And it is a wonderful tool when used in moderation. When you have to sit there and spend 5 hours pitch correcting and beat correcting and, scrubbing and everything else, just a guitar solo, that is a big issue. That is a huge issue, because at that point, I had to look at the musicians and go, why did you guys make it so hard for the engineer? Why couldn't you guys just play the song correctly? Why did you have to play sloppy and force the engineer to spend 4 to 5 hours fixing, one section of the song? Not even the whole song, just one section. Ugh, irritating. No, but in this case, like I said, when it's being used strictly for effect, I'm okay with it. Yeah, it sounds digital. I know it does. Okay, I get it. But it still sounds good. And it's still pleasing to the ear. And it's strictly for effect. So, anyway, let's keep going here.
This is a dying nation, so complacent. Spirits need awaken. What are we waiting for? Fuck. Die, motherfucker! Die, motherfucker! Die! Cause everybody's on it.
Do I know you?
No, not really.
You seem so familiar.
I'm your son.
Oh, my son. I'm sorry I was never there for you.
I'm not here for your apologies. I'm here to thank you. I'm here to thank you for never being there. Because it made me the person I am today. And without that, I don't know where I'd be. So this is my first hello. And this is my last goodbye. Everybody's on drugs. If it's killing you, it's so fucking live, live, You're having so much fun staring down a loaded gun, and you don't see that it's killing you. And you don't see that it's killing you. 'Cause everybody's on drugs.
I like the use of the breakdown. It was needed. It was definitely needed. Everybody came down, boom, and it was definitely needed because the song's just been going along at like 120 miles an hour. You know what I mean? So it was, having that breakdown where everybody came down, bring it down to a nice like mezzo piano, maybe even piano, felt really nice. It was a nice break. It was definitely a nice diversion. Didn't stay there for too long, which I also gotta give a lot of praise to. A lot of bands sometimes they'll stay there for too long. This didn't feel too long. It was about the perfect length. I mean, it didn't. I never felt like looking at my watch, going, "Okay, how much longer are we gonna be in this breakdown?" I never even felt like looking at my watch. I was just, when I felt it start to come up, I was like, "Oh, that feels just right, just right." Let's finish this out and we'll get to the review of all three. And we'll see how this goes. It?
Wake up! You're having a bad dream.
It felt so real. It's like I'm losing my mind. It's like I've been there before. I just know it. Wait. Willow? What are you doing? Why are you standing like that? Willow, this isn't funny. Willow! Willow! You've gotta be fucking kidding me!
Little eye roll there. Sorry. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry at all. Okay. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. I think I know how I'm gonna do it, but I need to be sure that's how I want to do this. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Falling in Reverse with all three parts of the trilogy: Losing My Mind, Losing My Life, and Drugs. This was a request from Cello174 and Le Narrateur. Okay, I thought about this. I thought about how I was going to do this, and this is my reasoning for doing what I'm going to do here. These three songs were requested individually. Okay, they were not requested to be put together, at least originally. Now, when I put this up in the filming schedule and everybody saw it was going to be there, I got a bunch of messages, both on YouTube and on Patreon, and even in my email, my private email, my business email. I was getting messages in there too, telling me that if I'm going to do this, I need to do all three parts. I need to do all three parts together. And I was like, okay, well, we can do that. Sure, yeah, why not? So here's the thing. Since I did all three together, it only makes sense to score all three together. This is a trilogy, So we're going to put all three together into one score, okay? So let's go down, before I give my score, let's go down each song individually. Part 1, Losing My Mind. I liked it. I did enjoy it. I had a good time listening to it. I would listen to it again, absolutely. Was it my favorite? No. If I'm being honest here, out of the 3, I think Losing My Mind was probably my least favorite out of the 3. It had good energy, don't get me wrong. It did have good energy. It had good drive. It had good feel. I just think personally, part 2 and part 3 had better feel and better energy and better drive. I enjoyed listening to part 2 and part 3 more than part 1. Not to take anything away from part 1, it was a great job. Okay, it was. And like I said, I would absolutely listen to that again. Just I liked part 2 and part 3 more than part 1. Part 1 was my least favorite. Okay, part 2, my favorite out of the 3. Absolutely, I loved the feel on it. I loved the drive. I loved the energy. Some great subdivision work in there too. If you guys know anything about me, you know I'm a sucker for good subdivision work. The upbeats, you know, the accents on the upbeats, really nice. That one section coming out that went into the 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, really nice. Did not see that coming. Very smooth. Part 3, it was a little close. It was closer than I thought it was going to be between part 2 and part 3, if I'm being honest. I wasn't expecting part 3 to be as close to part 2 as it was. Based on what I heard at the beginning, I was just like, okay, this is leaning more towards part 1. But then it kicked in, and I felt the drive, and I felt that feel, and I was like, wait a minute. We're in an upbeat pacing here. It is halftime, yes, but I mean, their straight time felt like a halftime feel, but the drive was there, and you could interpret it as, you know, more of a straight time, and possibly even in place more of a double time. So it was great the way it was. Don't get me wrong. And like I said, it was actually closer than I thought it was going to be. I thought 2 was going to be head and shoulders above everything else, and it was just head above. So it was really nice to hear part 3. And I just for my own reference, I did give them scores. Am I going to tell you what those scores are? No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, the 3 are going to be grouped together to receive 1 score. Really enjoyed all 3 parts, honestly. And before I give my score, I'm just going to say this last thing. Everybody's wondering about the music videos, and everybody said, the music videos are pieces of work, and they're very artistic, and they tell a great story. And listen, I am not disagreeing with any of those statements. Okay, I was catching glimpses of the video. I was watching the video in parts, and I'll be the first to admit, I mean, these look like some really well-produced music videos. They do. And they do tell a great story. They do. A lot of attention and detail went into each and every video. A lot did. Having said that, I'm here for the songs. I could really care less about music videos. I've never cared about music videos. I never have, and I never will, unless I am specifically told by the requesters to react to the music video itself, and then I will, but that was never requested. So I'm just basing my score completely on the music. Do not ask me what my score would be if I base my score on the videos. It doesn't matter, it's irrelevant. Okay, we are just here for the music. So having said all of that, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give the trilogy, all 3 parts, I'm going to give it a combined score of 8.7. Yep, 8.7. I feel good about that score. I already told you the reasons why.
Why?
We talked about it during the course of the reactions of all 3, and I summed it up as best I could right here. I don't want to be here for another 20 minutes, okay? Boring you guys to death. It's bad enough we're already about the 45-minute mark. So we're going to leave it at that. 8.7, it's a great score for a combined score for a trilogy. There were some that were higher, there were some that were lower, but 8.7 is what it averaged out to. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So 8.7, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.